Hello and welcome everybody. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com and you're listening to Sagittarius December Tarot reading. Thanks so much for joining me today. Okay, I do things a bit differently. If you're new, I'll just briefly explain what I do. I like to have a little vision before I turn the cards over, if they don't jump out of my hands first. And stick around to the end because I'll do some channeling, and just whatever comes through comes through. It's unfiltered, and sometimes that's for individuals, sometimes that's for large groups of people such as countries and so forth. Okay, if you are new, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that notification bell right now. Okay, let's go to the board and see what the cards have to say, Savvy Sagittarius, for you in December 2020. Closing my eyes now. Okay, I see it's like a hand in front of me, and it's coming down from the sky sort of like that at a funny angle, but the focus is on all of the fingers, and they feel like different pathways you can go by. So there's like 4 options here. The thumb doesn't seem to count for some reason. 4 pathways that you can get to something. Okay, so you might have a plan or a desire that you want to fulfill, and I think it's basically just saying that there's different ways to go about it. It may not be what you think necessarily, but there may be other options. All right, let's have a look at the first card. I'm going to go with that card there. Turning it over now. 3 of Cups. This is a group of people working together on a project, and they've all got different ideas about how it should work. Because it is cups, it is, somewhat emotional. However, you'll see here they're all in the fish's mouth. So that means that there's a lot of subconscious contents coming up. Often this could be people working together. It could be a family situation where something in the family has to be done. Maybe it's like looking after parents or something like that. Maybe they're moving out of home, downsizing, and the kids have to get together and work out a plan of what they're going to do, how it's going to be organised. And they all have their own points of view. However, it's also a great time for socialising, and it may be that a group gets together because it's a friendly sort of vibe. I always sort of get a little bit thing about 3s though, even though it's friendly and social. Sometimes somebody can be left out. So if that is you, if you feel a bit isolated, alone, and you don't feel like you fit into the clique, just take note of that. It may be that they don't mean to do it, but just that, you don't fit in as well as what you would have. But that's okay. It's good to know. And then next time they ask you out, you can politely decline. I don't see anything, bad happening or negative or anything around it. But basically it's saying that this is a very social time, and it is a great month for celebrating, of course, with the holidays later on. Okay, so 3 of Cups for you. Now let's have a look at the next one, Savvy Sagittarius, and see what we can see. I'm going to go with that card there. Closing my eyes now. What do I see? I actually see snow. So this is the northern hemisphere. If you are in the southern hemisphere, it can mean loneliness or coldness or isolation, something like that. Okay, so I'm seeing snow. So I think it's more for the Americans and the Europeans, or perhaps the English, Scottish. What else do I see? I see a washing machine. Okay, so this means, time to clean up. Now, cleaning up can mean 2 things. You clean up financially and get some sort of boost in your finances, or cleaning up as in getting your act together, getting your life in order, and perhaps you want to clean your home and release some material goods. You might have cupboards full of things that you don't use that you could give away and things like that. The card that comes up is the Ace of Wands. This is a great card for getting really motivated about a new project. There's a lot of growth here, and opportunity. Spirit is handing you the opportunity to change something in your life and start a new project. There is a mountain here at the background, which mountains mean obstacles. You know, it might not be necessarily easy, but it is certainly possible. There's a lot of green, a lot of growth, new growth here. Action needs to be taken. A crown of thorns, and I often think of the sacrifice that's involved with a crown of thorns. Of course, anything new requires a lot of thought and energy and effort behind it. But this is something that is very inspiring, and you might feel really motivated to run with this idea. Okay, let's have a look now. Savvy Sagittarius, could be a new job, new business. I'm feeling travel around you as well. Okay, next card. What do I see? Oh, I close my eyes to see a great big huge tidal wave here. This means being overwhelmed by the subconscious. It doesn't mean that there's an actual tidal wave, okay? People sometimes get mixed up. They'll dream about tidal waves and they'll think that their village or their town or city or whatever is going to drown. In the 1970s, I think it was about 1972, there was a religion here. I think it was Seventh-day Adventist, but I'm not sure who it was. I just can't remember. It was, it's like, how long ago? A long time ago. Anyway, they really believed that there was going to be a tsunami come through Sydney Heads, and I was living in Sydney because that's where I grew up. And there was all these buses, loads of this religion, these people, they were all coming from all over Australia, converging on Sydney to watch the tidal wave come through Sydney Heads, because they believed that Jesus would be in the wave or on top of the wave or something like that. And of course it never happened. And that's not to say that there's no tidal waves in Sydney. There has been, hundreds of years ago there has been, and there probably will be again, no doubt. But what my point is, you may dream about it, but it's symbolic. It doesn't mean that it's necessarily prophetic, that it's actually physically going to happen. The vast majority of dreams are symbolic. And so when I see a tidal wave, I know that a lot of emotional contents are going to come up for you this month, Savvy Sagittarius. And so you could be a bit teary sometimes, but don't be concerned, because it's actually a good kind of teariness, if that makes sense, because it's things that are coming up that are being released. Okay, you might be a bit frustrated because there are delays. This is the Hangman card, and you might be waiting for something and you just have to wait and wait and wait, and that causes stress. And so yes, you could get teary, but do know it's not that whatever you're waiting for is not going to happen. It's just going to take time. So the Hangman card is the end of a cycle and the sort of limbo area between the end and the new beginning, okay? And as I always say, in numerology, 9 is the end of the cycle, then there's a 0, and then there's a 1, and this is a 0. So you're in limbo mode, waiting for something to happen, and it will happen. All right, let's have a look at the next card for you. Okay, closing my eyes now. What do I see for you, Savvy Sagittarius? I see storm clouds. Okay, so this is going to bring a lot of rain, which you actually need. We certainly need rain here. Oh, in Australia we need rain so much. So it's coming, it's on its way. It can mean tears, okay? So looking at the symbolic level, it can mean, when I see rain, it means tears. But again, that's okay, because you're letting go of something. Okay, this is a Page of Cups. This is often like a young person and all of the potential, and when they're sort of like late teenage years, early 20s, all of this potential of this new life that stands before them. And I'm basically an optimistic person, so I always think it means good news, but technically it just means news. And this is coming up through your emotions, okay? So if you are feeling a bit teary, allow that to happen. It is a good thing, trust me. she's actually got a fish here in the cup, and a fish means subconscious content. So a fish is connected to the ocean, which of course is connected to the waves I just saw. So know that, you know, this is going to be an emotional month for you with everything that's happening. Okay, so you've got two references to fish here in the fish's mouth and here in the cup. Okay, so cups are something like a cup in this situation, not the suite of cups. A cup here is a vessel that contains the emotions. Your body is the vessel that contains the emotions. Okay, all right, let's have a look at the last card for you, Savvy Sagittarius, and see what we can see. Let's go with that one. Closing my eyes now. What do I see? Okay, I've got the clouds in front of me again, and they're saying these clouds have a silver lining. So although, you know, it may be a bit stormy, there may be some tears, there's actually a silver lining coming for you, a benefit, a bonus, a reward. There's an angel here with very strange wings. They're white see-through wings, and it's a bit like a dragonfly's wings, which is a bit unusual because I don't normally see that. But just know that Spirit is looking out for you and the angels are protecting you. The wings, I can see lots of different colours, so that's lots of different vibrations or flavours, if you like. Okay, the card is the Strength card, and this is great because the angels bring you strength. They are actually carrying you in some way. When you first look at a situation, you might think, oh, you're in danger. Oh, she's in the lion's mouth, she's in danger. But the lion is actually protecting her. So she's an infinite immortal being. You can see the symbol there of the infinity sign above her head. And the lion is holding her in his mouth, protecting her. And so too the angels are protecting you. So there is strength coming to you, Savvy Sagittarius. Just be patient. Things are going to work out. Take a bit of time. You've got two major arcana there. You've got some motivation happening, a new thing happening, a new beginning for you. But also it's quite an emotional month as well. Alrighty, so I'm going to close my eyes now and see what I can see for you, Savvy Sagittarius, for the month of December. Okay, so I can see the colour grey. Look, grey's got lots of different sort of possible interpretations. So it's sort of like halfway between black and halfway between white. So you may have some knowledge of something, but it's not black and white. It's 50 shades of grey, in that you don't really know in a clear-cut way whether it's right or whether it's wrong. The best thing you can do is go with your gut feeling and see how you feel. I'm standing on the edge of a dam now, and the dam is holding all the water back. Okay, so they've opened what's called this, I think it's called the slipways, which are on the side, and this lets some of the water come out, and that's what I'm watching. And so this says to me the dam is nearly full, and so do watch your frustration levels, that you don't get frustrated, and try to have some time out where, you know, try to factor in extra time for you just to sit and be without putting additional stress on yourself. You want to take it easy this month. It might be that you're trying to do too much, and then that results in stress. Okay, they're now showing me ancient Egypt, and I can see statues and sort of Egyptian emblems and Horus and all these sorts of energies. You may have some healing power or some psychic ability, but it all goes back to ancient Egypt. So perhaps, you know, you might find yourself getting really fascinated down the you know, at some point with ancient Egypt, and want to learn about Egyptian religions and ancient religions and things like that. Okay, would also be good for you to start looking at studying, something esoteric, or doing some healing, or using your hands for distance healing and that sort of thing would help too. They're showing me someone sitting here writing with a quill, and so, writing would be great. Start a blog, set up a group on Facebook or something like that, set up here on YouTube, and start getting expressing yourself out into the wide world. I also feel like this writing, it feels very ancient to me. It's like it's on parchment with this quill pen. It's not a biro or anything like that. And, it would be really good to start journaling whatever insights and flashes that you get, okay? Because it's like your spirituality is increasing, and it really would be good to get that down on paper or parchment, whichever. I see a whole group of lights here in the ceiling. That just means awareness and insight coming to you. The light is turning on. You're going to have some marvelous insights this month that you start to wake up and go, wow, I didn't realize that this particular thing meant this, but it's all going to link up in your brain so that you finally start to understand what these linkages are. I see a star. It's sort of a dark blue. It's in my hand, a star in my hand. So stars are always like good luck, and it's in my hand, so it's like the good luck is very close to you. But if you put this star in the night sky, you wouldn't see it because it'd be almost the same colour as the sky. So it's very hard to see, but when it's in your hand, you can see it. And so I feel like there's some good luck here. Something unexpected could happen, but it's favourable or positive. Okay, Savvy Sagittarius, is there anything else here? Something about a car, gears in a car, gearbox, 4 on the floor. Just trying to work out what this means. Oh, okay, maybe it means going up a gear. It's like you've been going along in second gear, and now you're going to go into third gear, and your life's going to go faster. Okay, with less effort. All right, so that's it, Savvy Sagittarius. That's all I see at the moment for you. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you found it useful. Please consider liking this video. I would really appreciate that. And also if you share and leave a comment, that would be good. YouTube likes to see that. If you are new, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that notification bell right now. Have a wonderful, insightful month, Savvy Sagittarius. I know you're going to, and enjoy your holidays this month as well. I shall see you again soon. Thanks again, and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.